So we do have an officer finally coming out. How you doing? I'm doing good. I've got some paperwork I need you to notarize and witness. It's a complaint against one of your officers.
Okay.
Your sergeant told me earlier today that you'd be having a town hall meeting tonight. He was mistaken. It's on Tuesdays. The lady gave me the right time on the paper that I came when I got this. Well, I understand the officer today. Maybe he thought because of the holidays. I mean, for me, it's a little frustrating because I waited in your town for 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's upsetting to me, but things like that happen.
Sorry.
So, I mean, that's why I'm here this late. I told him that. I said, I'll wait in your town throughout the day. But,
Did you walk here?
yeah, I'm on foot.
Oh, okay.
So, the issue here, it's a criminal complaint. It's filled out. Has my information on it.
Do you remember what officer?
Yeah, it's on there. There's actually 3 officers, and you may or may not be on his shift. Lieutenant Martinez was the main issue.
Okay.
Quite frankly, I'm a rights activist. Officer Vela, I'm sorry, and it's 465. I'm known throughout the greater San Antonio area as the homeless hippie.
Do you mind if let me just face this way so the sun's not in my face?
No, that's fine. I understand that. So I'm a rights activist.
Okay.
And on the 30th of June, I came out and see, like, I noticed things that other people don't normally pick up. Your officers are doing a great job. They're providing backup for you. That's what they're supposed to do. Rights activists, we're not anti-police. A lot of officers don't understand that. But basically what happened on the 30th of June is I came out, I filmed your statue there. It has a really nice prayer on it. Have you ever read that prayer?
No, I haven't actually. I'm still new here.
Okay, well, that's one of the things I'm going to make sure that the City Hall kind of mandates that all your officers read the prayer, because it's important to understand how that affects the community.
Okay.
But anyway, so I came out, I filmed that, I walked down, I filmed your no gun sign here. From where I walked, I couldn't see it's a municipal court, obviously.
Okay.
But see, I'm a rights guy, so I say, okay, there's a gun sign here. I need to come out during daytime, see why it's there, and if it's legit. It's obviously legit. It's municipal court chamber. That night, I'm looking for signs. I'm not out here to confront anyone. I'm doing what I do. It's called B-roll footage, and then I'll come out during the daytime and discuss it. So I walk around back, and obviously that area back there, you guys intend it to be restricted.
Yeah, it's supposed to be secured.
But it's not, and that's a problem.
We have the sign saying employee authorized only.
Yeah, but see, where can you see that sign? Only if you're driving in.
Right.
See, if I walked from over here, physically impossible to see the sign.
Right.
And that's something that would have been addressed with the City Hall today. So, anyway, so I go in the back. One of your officers is walking out. I see him.
Okay, I've heard of this vaguely, but I wasn't too sure what happened.
Okay, so basically, this is what the complaint is about. And again, it's about educating officers. It's not about belittling you guys or saying whatever.
Were you criminally trespassed?
Yes, I was criminally trespassed.
Okay. Yeah.
And very specifically on that criminal trespass, it does not include this parking lot.
Okay.
That's why I'm out here.
Right.
It also does not include any official business like turning this in, which I confirmed with your assistant chief today.
Okay.
And got verbal permission to come get the form and turn it in. But either way, I mean, my thing there is because sometimes officers get upset. Sometimes they go beyond what they should. Okay. So again, I go in the back. I see your officer. I let him know I'm there. I don't want him to be startled. He obviously was. He didn't expect anyone. I understand that. It's at night. He's like, hey, you're not allowed to be here. There's a sign. I said that there is no sign. Let's go look at it. I explained to him there's no sign. I explained to him the requirements for a criminal trespass conviction, because he said you're guilty of criminal trespass. I said, no, I'm not. For that to happen, someone has to see the sign where it is reasonably going to be seen. There is no reasonable way a pedestrian walking here can see the sign because it's physically impossible. Now, both him, Lieutenant, and the other officer acknowledged that. So they're all aware I didn't commit a crime. This is where the problem is, and this is why I'm only addressing it with you so that you understand why when we do certain things, why we follow up on it.
Okay.
Because if there's no crime, I do not have to ID, okay? But they all insist, no, you're going to give us your ID because we suspect you may have committed another crime. But under Texas law, I don't have to do that. Only if I've been lawfully arrested. That's Brown versus Texas.
So being detained, you also do have to identify yourself?
No, ma'am.
Like right now, you called us out require you to
You-
identify yourself because you are right now basically detained while we investigate anything that's going on, like your complaint.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to contact your supervisor at this point because you're wrong on that, and that's why I do what I do. 3802 is very specific about that, and that's why we do what we do. Okay.
So you've asked us to contact the supervisor.
Mhm.
So it's pretty standard procedure that we're no longer going to speak with you any further on this matter.
Okay,
We'll be
that's
with you shortly, okay?
that's fine. I'll wait for your supervisor. You have a good day. And again, guys, this is what I'm talking about when it's not that officers are necessarily trying to violate your rights. I'm sorry, ma'am, were you speaking to me? I'm talking to my camera, not to you. Okay, but if you want to address me, we can continue having a conversation, but you said you no longer wanted to have a consensual conversation. So I want to make sure that we're both on the same page. Okay, so at this point, we're no longer conversing. So again, this is one of those things that I talk about as well when you're discussing things and then officers get nasty or rude about something. They get angry and they say things and then they do not like it when you tell them that the reason for the complaint is valid, that just because you're being detained, you do not have to ID. So again, I've asked for a supervisor. A supervisor has come out here. The reason I asked for a supervisor is because, once again, an officer is insisting she has a right to ID me, even though I'm turning in paperwork with all of my information on it, my contact, my name, everything else. She does not have a legal authority to force me to ID just because she's making contact with me because I'm detained. But she believes she has that right, and that is an issue. So that's why I need to speak with the supervisor so he can correct it immediately so it doesn't continue. How you doing, Corporal?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. It's Corporal
Steinberg.
Badge
Badge number 439.
439. Okay. The only reason I called you out here is because Officer Vela is under the assumption that anytime she detains someone, she can force them to ID. And that's actually the reason I'm out here with this complaint today, is because your officers do not understand Brown versus Texas, or the fact that you do not have to ID in the state of Texas unless you've been lawfully arrested. Okay, I'm turning in this paperwork today. It has all of my information on it.
Okay.
So IDing is not an issue for me. It's the fact that she believes that if she's detained someone, regardless of the reason, she can compel them to ID, and she has to know that that is not correct.
Okay.
So do you understand 3802?
Yeah.
Failure to ID?
I'm here to collect the paperwork from you. I'm not here to debate Texas law or anything.
Okay.
Like that.
Well, the reason I asked for a supervisor is because your officers do not understand the law, and that's what I'm trying to make sure that they do understand.
Okay,
that they
but
can't.
are you a state certified law enforcement instructor?
Are you?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah,
Okay. So what is PC 3802?
I don't.
You don't know? That's what I thought.
No, I don't need to go into that with you. So.
Well, then I'm sure you know how this form works.
Is that 6413?
Yes, it's
Okay.
6. You can make a correction. My handwriting is bad.
No,
It's
I recognized
nerve damage.
it. I just wanted to make sure I was reading the right numbers.
Okay, that's fine. Have all 20 of your years been here with Converse?
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you.